For over 50 centuries, the voice of the cantor has been a magic key that opens the door to the treasures of Jewish tradition. Chazanut is the music that touches the soul. It brings all Jews closer to truth. It brings them to the synagogue. Joel Bloch of the Israel Institute of Cantorial Art with Neftali Hirschstick, cantor of the Jerusalem Great Synagogue.
Cantor Hirschstick, a very basic question. Why do we need chazanim? Why, let's say, does an American shul need a cantor?
We are talking about somebody who is the center attraction of the service, in so much that he is the one who is going to bring the inspiration into the people, to interpret the prayer in such a way that people should be drawn to the synagogue.
Today, there are thousands of synagogues around the world which have no cantor. This is a direct result of the Holocaust. Listen for a moment as a student choir sing a memorial at Yad Vashem in Israel.
We're now pleased to meet Rabbi Mordechai Kirschblum, the chairman of the Jerusalem Great Synagogue.
Eastern Europe was the cradle for Chazanut for many, many decades. Unfortunately, as a result of the Holocaust, that source not only dried up, but unfortunately it was brutally destroyed and uprooted. And then the question appeared, where is the Western world going to obtain its Chazanim of the future?
A man is not born a Chazan. He must be properly and thoroughly trained. For his is not just to sing, but to lead the congregation in prayer. This is the Israel Institute of Cantorial Art in Tel Aviv. It is one of the few schools on earth where this level of training is still available. Here, great cantors from all over the world have gathered to teach the new generation the magic of Chazanut. Now, it is more. It has become a question of saving this ancient art. If we do not help and support this effort to create new cantors and rebuild the knowledge, the music may be lost to eternity. This school and its director, Eli Jaffe, are devoted to continuing our rich treasure of liturgical music.
At what point did you decide that you needed to do something on behalf of Chazanut?
At the moment, I saw the deterioration of the quality of cantorial art. Chazanim, the young Chazanim, who try and sing masterworks of the previous generation's cantors, such as Kosovitsky, Rosenblatt, etc., but they cannot daven. Now, Chazanut is not just to sing in concert masterpieces, it's to daven, it's to pray. And you've got to pray in such a way that everything is correct, the way it is written, just the way you read in the Torah.
Eli, you are overseeing an essential effort for the Jewish people. What future plans do you have, and how do you see the effort?
I strongly believe that if we raise cantors, we shall resurrect choral music, which will be on a standard. We shall get back to the golden ages of cantorial music.
And frankly speaking, Eli, would it be fair to say that the Israel Institute of Cantorial Art will be a center and a source of the cantors for all over the world, wherever the need arises?
I earnestly hope so and believe so.
The Israel Institute of Cantorial Art is sanctioned by 3 separate entities. First, the Herschel Shlomo and the Jerusalem Great Synagogue. Here, its Vice President, Zali Jaffe, speaks of Chazanut.
I think that after the Holocaust and after the tremendous destruction of world Jewry, both physically and spiritually, there is today deterioration in Jewish culture. I think a cantorial school of music, which hopefully will not be a small entity, but a massive entity, would be probably one of the greatest contributions to world Jewry in the 20th century.
Next, the city of Tel Aviv and the Tel Aviv Foundation. Shlomo Lahat, the mayor of Tel Aviv.
It's actually a kind of a nice expression where somebody in the name of the public tries to penetrate the heaven and sky and to create channels that our prayers and requests and thanks and feelings and emotions should come easier, yeah? And therefore I thought I think it's very important to implement Chazanut as a culture of people, as a culture of listening, as a culture of identification, which really, I mean, the difference is that normally a singer thinks from his belly, yes, and from his throat. A Chazan sings from his heart.
Last, but certainly not the least, a primary force for Chazanut around the world, the American Society for the Advancement of Cantorial Art. Its founders, Chaim and Gila Wiener.
Well, about 10 years ago, I walked up with the idea that this beautiful art is dying, has no continuation. And I did not know of any other art that can be identified with our heritage. We were discouraged by almost every person, and they said that this is not going to succeed because this art has finished, it's old, the elderly people don't need it, the younger don't even know what it means. And we decided to fight for this cause and to see if we will succeed.
It is an incredible art, and besides an art, the music touches you, it really touches you in the heart. That means it will bring a lot of young people to the synagogues, a lot of young people that want to pray, that will be introduced to prayer with the warmth of the music.
This year, the school has been proud to graduate its first class of men to take their place as cantors. At the ceremonies, all spoke of the great need to continue this art as they received their coveted diplomas.
We're now proud to have Mr. Harry Walker with us, visitor from America, and a leading figure in Jewish communal life, both in America and all over the world.
We must develop a new talent in Israel, a great source for good chazanim. And you know Moshe Stern and the present chazan are among the examples of great chazanut emanating from Zion, from Israel. And we have to bring these outstanding musical talent to the United States so that both our senior citizens as well as our younger generation should realize that chazanut brings the service up to a high peak, that just coming into the service and running through the tefillos is just not enough. Chazanut brings about a great emotional attachment between the service and the listener and the worshiper.
This music is priceless and it is sacred. We must not lose this heritage for our future generations. We cannot leave the magic of the music in the ashes of the past.
You have seen 10 years of our activities, and the achievements are great. In order for us to proceed, we have to build a building for our school in Tel Aviv. Your help is needed. Your contribution is tax deductible. If you want your children to have Chazanut in their lives, please help us.
We can all help continue this art for our people and our children. You can help this goal with your donation to this cause. For if we lose the music, we all lose a key to our future as a people.